The sun is rising in the Luzon Strait as 9 pairs of castaways are being brought to the marooning. Each pair is made up of a returning player and their loved one. What they don't know is they won't be playing with each other, they'll be playing against each other. Brian was only 15 when his grandfather Chris competed on the first season. I've played this game twice before and lost both times. Obviously I want to do better, but more than that, I want to see Brian go far into this game. In Sri Lanka, Emily was a day away from making it to the end. With twin sister Emma, she hopes she can make it all the way. Emma and I may be twins, but I think we have pretty different personalities. I'm more calm, cool, and collective, and she's got a bit of a short fuse. Being twins, I can tell what Emily's thinking without her even needing to say it. So if she ever tries to lead a blindside against me, I'll be able to see it coming a mile away. In Peru, Hunter was voted off before the merge. Now with fiancée Cassandra, he hopes to improve his placement. In Peru, I didn't do very well, and I just really want to have that redemption this season. I think Hunter will. He's a smart guy, and he can easily make it far, but he's not going to win, because that's what I'm doing. After making it to the end in Honduras, Sarah had a less than desirable return in Rookies vs. Rivals. With her dad, George, she hopes the two of them can make it to the end. It feels amazing to be back. I didn't think I'd get this shot again, and I'm going to have to make the most of it. I'm playing with my dad, which is interesting. He's very mild-mannered, and I don't know how good he's going to be at the game, but I hope he sticks around long enough for us to make it far. After seeing Sarah play twice, I never expected to ever in a million years be out here on an island competing to be the sole survivor. I might not be as prepared as some of the other people, but I'm going to try to do my best. In Rookies vs. Rivals, James let his paranoia control him. He hopes that his sister Reese will be able to balance him out. James did good in the pre-merge of the season, but then he kind of just crashed and burned. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping that, I'm older, I'm wiser, I've got experience, so I hope I can do well, and I think I can. I think we'll be fine, Reese. Yeah, I hope so. After winning Hondu Islands, Grace is looking for another victory. Boyfriend Jaden, however, has other plans. Having won the game before obviously puts a massive target on my back. No one's going to want to see me get to the end, but I'm still going to manage to do it. I wouldn't say Grace has trained me for this game, but I definitely have learned some things from her, and, with my own skills added onto that, I think that these other players don't stand much of a chance. After being seen as abrasive and hard to work with in Bali, Blake hopes that his wife Melissa can balance him out. I know Blake can be a bit opinionated at times, and I can see why people wouldn't really like him, but he's a good guy at heart. Not a lot of people wanted to work with me in Bali, and part of that was my own fault, but I still managed to get to the final 6, so I'm hoping with a little bit of tuning up on my game, I can, make it there again. In Madagascar, Sydney was a few votes shy of winning the game. Her mother, Ashley, thinks she can do better. I know I lost Madagascar, but my mom just can't seem to let me live that down. Yeah, Sydney, if I made Final 3, I would have at least gotten a majority. Oh my god, Mom, yes, I get it. You're such a good player. Prove it to me then. I will. I'm winning the season, Sid. I love my daughter to death, but she had some big mistakes in her first time out here. Mainly, she couldn't manage the jury. Fortunately for me, I think I can do that very well. After winning Egypt, Tyler hopes his Uncle Ian can follow in his footsteps. My uncle and I are very close. He raised me since I was 12, and, I'm very honored to be able to play this game with him, and I would like to see nothing more than to have him win. I did tear up when Tyler won his season. I know how much he's been through in his life, and to see him succeed at something and just do well at it, it really made me proud. It's Survivor, Blood versus Water. Who will have what it takes to claim the $1 million prize? Find out as the season is set to begin. welcome survivors to the marooning. So, Hunter, as you can see, the returning players are on a different side than the loved ones. What do you think this means? Well, Jeff, I think this means we're going to be competing against them. You're absolutely correct. Loved ones, your tribe color will be red. Your name, Tadhana. Returning players, your tribe color is yellow. Your name is Galang. Another thing to get to. This season, we'll have a lot of twists. First being Redemption Island. When you're voted out in the pre-merge, you'll compete in duels for a chance to return to the game. I was definitely excited to hear about Redemption Island. Last season, there was a battle back like formula, but no one knew about it until the merge hit, so to know that it's a thing that's happening, it does make me want to play a little bit more aggressively, because I know people won't really want me to go to Redemption Island because they'll think I can just win my way back, and I probably can, so it's good to have this little safety net in the beginning of the game. Secondly, for only the second time in LEGO Survivors history, we'll be having a Final 2 this season, as opposed to the traditional Final 3. Wow. Ooh. That's all I got for you guys. Got some maps to your camp? You can head on out. I'll see you at the first Immunity Challenge. Everyone wants to get to the end with their loved one, so to hear that it's a Final 2 definitely makes the duels a lot more scary, and as the numbers thin out, I can definitely see having a loved one as a reason to vote someone out, so that is definitely at the back of my mind as the game begins. We've made it to camp, guys. Yay! Game has begun. So what should we do? I say, well, since we all probably know who each other is, we should just get the shelter done as quickly as we can, and then, I don't know, go from there, I guess. I wasn't the biggest fan of Blake in his original season, and I'm not a big fan of him right now. As soon as we get to camp, he decides he wants to take control and just say, hey, let's get the shelter done, whatever, no introductions, listen to me type thing. I don't care for it, and I don't really want to be on a tribe where Blake's the ringleader and Blake is the one who's, like, calling the shots. I do want to be the leader of the tribe because, well, I think I know what I'm doing out here. I mean, that's not to say everyone else doesn't, because obviously they do, they've played before, but I do think that the shelter is very important, and if we can just get that done quickly, then, you know, we'll be fine. I think that's good. I hope so. Yeah, I think we're done. That was fast, guys. Yeah, never built the shelter before. Didn't know it would be this easy. Wait, you're done the shelter already? Yeah. Man, that's impressive. We got the shelter done really fast, which is impressive. I think we've managed to do it so quickly because our tribe is just very physical. Like, looking at us compared to the other tribe, I think we definitely have a leg up in challenges, which is a good thing in one hand because, you know, it keeps me safe, but it's a bad thing because, you know, if we win all the challenges, then Ian could go out pretty early. Well, guys, you know, we made the shelter pretty well, and we're kind of the strongest on the tribe, I would say, so I think it makes sense for us to all work together. I'm in. Yeah, same. Fine by me. Blake wanted to make a strong person alliance, which I'm kind of mixed about, mainly because sure, the alliance would be physically strong, but I'm not sure those guys are, like, the best when it comes to strategy, which, you know, is kind of a huge thing in this game, so I'm not sure how good of an alliance it would be. So what did you think about that? I don't know, to be completely honest. What about you? I'm not sure. I mean, I would like to work with Blake and Tyler, but I'm not sure that other people would really want to keep him around, you know? Yeah, I get that. Well, listen, Emily, I was thinking that maybe we can make an alliance since, like, you know, we're from season 3 and 2 and whatnot, and everyone's played, you know, the game after us, so we're kind of out of experience, you know? Well, I'm fine with making a duo with you, Hunter. I was super intimidated when I first saw my tribe because it's got returning winners, 2-time players, people who made it to the end. And then there's me, the only guy in the tribe who's never made it to the merge, so, you know, it could be a good thing because people won't see me as a threat, but at the same time, you know, everyone's got more experience than me, so I'm kind of worried right now. I decided that, you know, I should make an alliance with Emily because she made it pretty far, and I think if we work together, you know, I wouldn't be targeted. Hey, James, didn't you have orange hair the last time you played? Oh yeah, I dyed it. Any reason? Yeah, I don't know. I just like the color more, I guess. Oh, I get that. I dyed my hair too. I went gray super early, so, you know, That's not ideal. Hey Grace, there's nothing wrong with being gray. I never said there was, it's just, it's not ideal when you're 25 to be, looking like you're 50-something. I guess, but, I'd rather be gray than bald. I like my tribe, but they also scare me because I'm the oldest by far, and all these people, they're younger than me, they're a lot fitter than I am, and I'm worried that I stick out like a sore thumb in terms of challenge ability, so I need to do what I did in Cairo, and that's play a good social game. I was safe in the pre-merge because of my social game. In All-Stars, yeah, I don't really want to talk about that, but hopefully this game goes a lot better than that time. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Oh, hey, Chris, what's up? Well, since we are the 3-time players on the tribe, I figured we should probably stick together. Oh, that makes sense. I guess you're trying to look for redemption after your last season, huh? Yeah, are you as well? Definitely. In Honduras, I made a huge blunder in sending Mike to firemaking when I could have just voted him out. And I think that, my heart and head just wasn't in the game in Season 5. And it showed. Obviously, I didn't do very well. So, to be back, I need to make good on my 3rd time. I need to be able to make it back to the end and win. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I can do that if I just lay the groundwork early on. So how long have you been a fireman, Blake? Oh, probably around, it's been at least 10 years at this point. Yeah, not an easy job, huh? No, it really isn't, Chris. It really isn't. Chris is someone I have the utmost respect for. He's a fire captain, he's been serving for a long time, and, he's a good guy. He's definitely someone who I can see myself working well with because, we have a similar background, and I feel like he's the kind of person who I could rely on. So Chris, how do you feel about joining an alliance? Who's in it? It's me, Tyler, Hunter, and Emily. With you, it's majority. We'll all be safe. Well, I'm fine with that. Sounds good to me. The other people seem to get along well. Yeah, I've noticed that. I think the 4 of us, we should set up an alliance to just make sure we all, keep each other safe. I agree. Yeah, same. I'm in. Love to work with you 3. This tribe has 2 firemen and 2 police officers on it, so I think it's not a huge stretch of the imagination to assume they're gonna try to work together. So I started an alliance with Sarah, Grace, and James. Obviously we need 1 more from majority, but as long as we have a tight 4, I think we'll be able to convince at least someone to join us in case we lose. Well, we've made it to camp, guys. Yay! So, should we just start by introducing ourselves? Yeah, I guess so. Who wants to start? I'll start. I'm Ashley, I'm 47, and I'm a teacher. Hi, I'm George, and I'm a farmer. I'm also Sarah's dad. I'm Jaden, and I'm a race car driver. I'm Ian, I'm 53, and I'm a police officer. Just looking at our tribe, and the first impression I'm getting is we're not super physically strong, and that worries me because the other tribe has people like Tyler, Blake, Emily, and I don't know, we don't really have as much physical people, so I'm kind of worried about our chances and challenges. I'm Melissa, I'm 36, and I'm Blake's wife. I'm Emma, and I'm a police officer. This is like the craziest thing I've ever done in my life, easily. To be out here, and the game has just started, and I don't know, I'm very overwhelmed, like just meeting all these people, and oh man, it's gonna be one heck of a ride, I already know. I'm Reese, I'm 23, and I'm James's sister. I'm Cassandra. Hi, I'm Brian, I'm 18, and I'm a student. Well, since we all know each other now, shelter? Yeah, sounds good. Looking at the tribe, I think everyone's nice, but someone has to go first, and I don't want that to be me. I'm one of the older people out here, so that might make me a target. My main goal right now is to just make an alliance early on, and make sure everyone's on the same page about who to vote off first. What's happening here? I don't think we really know what we're doing. Yeah, can you guys just hold this very quickly? It's day 1, and I'm already starting to worry, because our shelter's a mess. Right, we're going up against returning players. They know how to do this stuff, whereas we really don't, so our tribe may be at a a pretty big disadvantage right now. I think that'll hold. Yeah, I think we're done. Good job, everyone. Some people contributed to the shelter a lot more than others, and those are the kind of people I want to work with, namely Ian, Jaden, and Emma. They pulled their weight. Everyone else just kind of sat back and let us do our thing. Well, we clearly did the most work on that build. Yeah. So, how do you guys say to an alliance? I'm in. Yeah, same. I'm fine with joining the shelter squad. Cool, it's me too. Okay, because I was thinking our first target could be like Brian or something. Why him? Well, he's the youngest, and I don't think he really brings that much to the table in terms of life experience and just... I don't know, I think if we can just all agree on one name, we won't have to worry. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of an early alliance, it's just that I'm not sure I'm with the right people, because making an alliance of 4 on a tribe of 9, which is kinda obvious, doesn't seem that smart. Plus, then they all decided to target Brian because I don't even know why, so I really don't know how good these people are gonna be for my long-term game. It's quite nice out here. Yep, it's good weather. Yeah, definitely. I'm not a very outgoing person, so I think that's going to be my biggest weakness in the game. It's hard for me as an 18-year-old to really connect with these people who are like really older than me. Hey, what have you guys been talking about? Oh, not much, just, you know, enjoying the nature. Interesting. If I want to do well out here, I need to make allies. And George and Brian seem like pretty good allies to have. They're kind of quiet and a bit passive, so hopefully they'll listen to me and just follow my lead, because if I can be in charge of this tribe, then I should be able to make it far. This might seem kind of random, but, you know, there's 3 of us here. What do you say about an alliance? Yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, I'm in. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. Welcome, survivors, to your first immunity challenge. This is how it's going to work. You'll select 4 members of your tribe to stand on a platform. You'll then select 4 other members to dig in a pit for balls. Once they find them, they'll give it to the final member who will attempt to knock off the people standing on the beam from the other tribe. First tribe to knock off all the other tribe's members wins immunity. Give you guys a moment to strategize and we'll get started. Okay, so Tadhana has selected Reese, Ian, Melissa, and Jaden to be avoiding the shots. Emma will be shooting at the other tribe, and everyone else will be digging for the balls. Galing has selected Hunter, James, Sarah, and Emily to be on the platform. Tyler is shooting for them, and everyone else is digging. Alright, survivors ready. Go! Both tribes hunting for their first ball. Grace has got one. So has George. Tyler getting ready to shoot. And Emma knocks James off. Tadhana's in the lead. And Tyler knocks Reese off. Both tribes have 3 people. Galing tribe still looking. Meanwhile, Tadhana has 2 more shots. And Emma knocks Sarah down. Galing is down to just 2 people. And Hunter's down. It's just Emily left for her tribe. Tyler finally with another chance to shoot. And he knocks Jaden off. Tadhana's down to 2. Both of the throwers have received another shot. Tyler misses. And Emma knocks her sister off, meaning Tadhana has 1 immunity, safe from the vote. I was in the most important position in that challenge, and I did pretty well. I won it for the tribe, so feeling good. The challenge just didn't go our way. I thought we had the stronger tribe, but anything can happen in Survivor, so heading into the first tribal council, it's going to be interesting to see how things fall. I think I've got a good alliance of 4. It's just a question of, can we bring in a 5th person to have a majority for this vote? So, who are we thinking for the vote? Well, I was thinking Blake. How come? Well, he thinks he's the leader of the tribe, and frankly, I really don't like his attitude. Plus, you heard him at the challenge, right? He's happy his wife's safe. So, well, in Season 8, he threw challenges just to get people out. What's stopping him from throwing challenges to, keep his wife safe, to target one of us? That's true. I think we should vote him off. Yeah, but we need one more for majority, so we need to get some convincing going on. My plan is pretty simple, and that's to get rid of Blake. Got 3 votes on my side, so I just need to convince one person. I'm not sure who it's gonna be. I'm leaning towards maybe Emily, just because she's the only girl in that other side, so she might feel like she's on the outs, so I'll see what I can do. So what are we thinking for the vote, guys? Because we can really decide who goes home. Yeah, I was thinking Sydney. Why Sydney, Blake? Well, she's the scariest of the 4 of them. She played super dominantly in her season and could easily dominate again. I think we should just stop that before it starts. Yeah, but Grace won her season. She's a much bigger threat. It's true, but I think with Grace, because she's won, we can easily get her out whenever, right? Everyone will always want her out. Whereas with Sydney, this is a really good chance to get rid of her before she becomes too dangerous. I agree. So, we're all fine with that? Yep. Sure. Sydney scares the absolute crap out of me. In Madagascar, she just dominated the game and made it all the way to the end. She's just too dangerous to keep, so my alliance has the majority, and tonight, she's going home unless she pulls an idol out. Well, Tyler, there seems to be 2 sides forming on this tribe. Yeah, it does look that way. Are you open about, voting with the big group as opposed to your smaller group? I don't know. I think that, regardless of what side we end up going on, I think we should look out for each other, because obviously we're the only winners here, so everyone's going to want us out sooner or later. That's a good point, Grace. I'm open to working with you. Good. It makes sense to work with Tyler. We're the only winners in the game, so people are going to come for us at some point. He just wants to stick with his alliance, though, which is a bit unfortunate, but I kind of expected him to do because he's kind of a loyal player, so it is what it is. From what I heard, I'm probably not going home this round, but the numbers may not be on my side. So Chris, what are you thinking about tonight? I'm not sure. What have you heard? Well, I've heard Blake's on the chopping block. Are you open to that? I'm not too sure, to be honest, because we might need him in challenges, right? He's really strong. Well, it's true, but we still have Tyler on our tribe. I'm sure as long as we don't lose him, we'll be fine. Yeah, I guess. It's just that, I don't know, Blake's, I don't think he's that big of a threat. I do want to work with Sarah. We had some good talks, but I think if she's going after Blake, then we're going to have to be on different sides, at least for now, because I don't want Blake to go, bottom line. He's on my side, and Sydney's not. Sydney is a really scary player to go against, whereas with Blake, if he's loyal to me, then I don't have to worry, so to flip on him now just wouldn't do me any favors. Well, Emily, I know we haven't really talked much, but I've been getting really good vibes from you. Yeah, what's up? Well, I was wondering what side you're on. Who'd you voting? I don't really know yet. How about you? I was thinking about voting Blake off. Obviously, he thinks he's the leader, and I don't know. I just think it's best to get him out now because he could do some damage to our tribe later on. That's true. Yeah, plus if you vote with me, you'll be in the alliance of Sarah, Grace, James, and I. That's 5. We'll be safe. It's all good. I seem to be in the middle, which I'm not complaining about, but it does give me lots of options. On the one hand, there's Blake's alliance, which I did commit to early, but I'm not too sure I want to go far with it because it's not a very strategic alliance. It's mostly Blake saying what he wants and everyone else kind of going along with it. Whereas with Sydney, sure, she's probably a better player, but in her alliance, it's a lot more strategic, so I might fit in better with those guys. It's a tough call because I'm going to have to pick a side, and whatever side I don't pick would probably want to target me. Welcome, Galing Tribe, to Tribal Council. So James, how do you feel about being here on day 3? Well, it doesn't feel good, Jeff. I think everyone was expecting to win the challenge, but we didn't, so now we gotta vote someone out, and I don't know, it's not a good feeling. So Tyler, Knowing that Redemption Island's part of this season, does that change the way someone might go about voting another person off? I think so, Jeff. Obviously, you don't want to burn too many bridges because someone who you vote off could come back in and hurt your game. But it's also kind of good to know that it's here because, it's something we can prepare for. It's something that you can plan around. Sarah, is a part of you happy to be at Tribal Council because that means your loved one's safe? I wouldn't say happy is the right word. I think all of us were nervous about our loved one, going out first, but obviously that's not going to happen. However, that means one of us is going out, so I think everyone kind of has mixed feelings about that. Well, it is time to vote. Chris, you can start us off. Sydney, you're the biggest threat on the tribe, so that's why it's gotta be you tonight. Hopefully the numbers are on my side, and it's gonna be you, Blake. I'll go tally the votes. I have tallied the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now'd be the time to do so. No? Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted off will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll now read the votes. First vote, Sydney. Second vote, Sydney. That's 2 votes for Sydney. Sydney. That's 3 votes Sydney, 6 votes left. Sydney. That's 4 votes Sydney, 5 votes left. Fifth vote, Blake. Blake. That's 4 votes Sydney, 2 votes Blake. Blake. That's 4 votes Sydney, 3 votes for Blake. 8th vote, Blake. We're tied. 4 votes Blake, 4 votes Sydney, 1 vote left. The final vote, and the first person voted off of LEGO Survivor Blood vs. Water. Sydney. Sydney, that's 5 votes, that's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Sydney, the tribe has spoken. You will have a chance to get back into this game, grab your torch, and head to Redemption Island. Well, Galing, that was certainly a divided vote at your first tribal council. How will you be able to move forward from this? Only time will tell. We're gonna announce for you guys. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night. I'm disappointed to go out this early. I never thought that I'd be the first boot. So it's definitely a tough pill to swallow. I'm glad I got Redemption Island. I hope I can make something of it, but I think it's unlikely that I'll be able to win every duel. However, I'll try my best to. And well, if I don't get back into the game, then at least I can say I gave it my best shot. I hope my allies go far, and I hope my mom does well.